Yep, just put hot water. You can use the candy cane to stir. And then we got some stir.
That's cute. Yeah, I don't know how. I think Amy did the same way.
I heard it's kind of lame. Mom's class, Taya Pope goes, there's a low front coming in, or low pressure, which is going to bring a cold front from the northeast. And so they were using it as the weather was changing. They were able to use the vocabulary words that they were using in their forecast. So really, it was just having a product in mind where I wanted them to go with it, giving a rubric so they would stay focused, and then what they made of it was their own, and they had a good time doing it, and it was lifelong learning because they remembered it a week later. So that was.
Oh, this is your president.
That's our president, poster, and if you just go on, those are the best here, I think, for the artwork.
There was one that had the shading of his face. I mean, it was so good. I don't know where it was close to the gym, I think, but they were really good.
What's good about it is that
we were the water cycle, and so we had them, and we did the water cycle. They had to go ahead and give a couple sentences about it from what they read, and then but they were able to illustrate it and put the title on it, and they had to have it in the correct order for cycle, and so they love to do that. I think it's because they not only because of the videos.
They work with partners or just
No, they actually worked on their own. They each did one, and it took longer than you would think. But you can use it. But now I'm thinking I could definitely use this in many different ways. Even with math books or something, or how I just use it. So and then display. I know some of them really got detail.
You could use it with story elements too.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
This comes from their AR book that they are reading, so they pick up, and we have a literature circle, so they pick a quote, and then they trade. So they love this. And her son is really, really good at it.
I was going to
well, thank you. And her daughter's really good at this.
Count Smarties.
Well, this year I was trying, now that I'm only teaching 2 subjects, I'm kind of really focusing a little bit more. Trying to make science a little more, because science kind of got to the end of the day. So really trying to dig in and make science more fun, because kids love science and just doing more things with it. And so I copied this off somebody else's science journal, notebooks where
and a lot of, because some kids put together photo albums.
They do a rubbing.
They can do a rubbing of anything they want, the historical markers or the gravestones or things. So that's.
How do they put it all together? I mean, when they bring it in,
There's just you have a form. They can do that.
Okay.
Right.
But I've had kids that take it further and take pictures and make their own like scrapbook with them.
Right.
And questions and answers and create a whole new
Yeah, but you don't have to do that.
Kids get extra credit.
Right.
No.
A big hug.
That's
They also they get extra credit.
We just took it to the computer lab and did a Wordle with it. And so I told them they could add more words if they wanted, but she chose to just do the same ones. So it was just a simple. But we also do the YouTube, those school strong videos, which I love.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Love those. They're catchy, so we played that today. So anyway, that's
So we read that, and that really explained more about the earth. She's got how the earth goes around us. Our spelling word was axis, and so they had to write it.
That's good.
And when we got done, then they seemed to understand why it's cold in the winter, because they don't understand, and this picture isn't really that great, but
Well, no, yeah, that's
because, it's not a circle, but they knew that the farther away from the earth is from the sun, that's why it's cold. So they actually could write that. Oh my God.
So they use their own words, not copying. They wrote it in their own words.
First sentence.
Oh, that's good.
So they could use the word evolve in language.
Yes.
turkey.
Turkey. They put their hand. That's a turtle. That's a triangle.
Looked like they were drawing a
Toe.
sun and then they said no.
That's our foot. That's a toe. Television. Cute. So that one was the T group. There were instructions where they each do at least 3 drawings. And there was 3 people in the group. They could do more.
Raisin boxes, and they had to estimate, and I made them write it in crayon because if they don't like to be wrong, so they want to erase it and change it. So I told them estimations are never wrong, but the more you estimate, the more you get closer, or the closer you get each time. So they had to estimate their raisins. And write down what their count was, and then they had to take them out of the boxes and actually count them, and then we graphed them. And I had one that when I opened the package had spilled out of the box, and everybody was asking
So
why.
they were able to tally. They could ask 4 people what their favorite pie was. And so I grouped them, and I had them in groups of 3 because 4 times 3 equals 12. There were 12 pieces of pie. So then and we were working with fractions, so they went ahead and first they each, with their group, went ahead and they did a pie graph. And there were questions on the back for the pie graph that asked related to this. And everyone's were different. And so they kept, they got to compare. And then they took this and they put it on a bar graph. And then at the end, the kids wanted to know, we did the whole class, and next year I'll do it differently. And like Kim said, and that's what happens when we get together like this, I could have done a line graph, and is what I'll do next year to bring that in.
Write 2 to 3 facts, and then I give them several different animals / critters, and they can choose which ones they want for their easel books. If they color those, and then it is accordion folded here, and it stands on a table like this. So obviously I have to help them. I pre-fold this piece of paper, and then it's just glued together right here, the other piece. And then they, glue their facts in here and their animals, and then they have to, draw, create that. And it sits as a book, or you can open it, and it goes on.
Okay, so is that